Yes.
and who controls the internet in a real sense. Is that
right? And the privacy, when we talk about privacy, there's things that you put online. Is it secure once it leaves my site? A lot of times people don't look for it on a website. Maybe they put in their information, their credit card information in it, and they see in the corner there's a little lock that tells you that this is a secure site. So when I put my information into that site, then it allows me to feel a little safer about putting my information online.
Because of the security they claim.
Because they say it's a secure site. So the Privacy Act, once your information goes out there, you can't really grab it and bring it back. It's just out there. So we see sometimes those companies that do collect your information, whether it's your email, your address, and phone numbers, and your name, they can turn around and use that database to sell to other people if it's enclosed in their fine print. So it's a lot of times we have to look at that fine print, say, are you going to use this information anywhere else? Sometimes they do say that we are going to use this somewhere else, and you have that option of saying I don't want to buy anything here or put my information inside of here. So you have to make sure that you're aware of when you putting your personal information into a website, that it's not something that is going to be used if you don't want it to be used. You have to make sure it's something that's not going to be used, so that read the fine print is what I'm saying.
Who has access to that information is important. There might be somebody that you would prefer not to have access to the information. And as a matter of fact, I think one of the things that I heard quite recently is that many people that are involved in this Facebook social media thing often do things and they write up and they brag about it, and then the detectives are now sitting around searching those Facebook items and etc. And arresting people in a real sense because of that.
And because you have bonded with people online saying these are my friends, these are my family members, then you're telling everybody everything about you. This is what I do. This is who I hang around. And sometimes it's gotten to where people would say, I'm going out of town this weekend. I'm going to have a good time. So you just told everybody
in the world
that I'm going out of town and my house is empty for the weekend, and burglars maybe come in and look and see what's going on. So you got to be careful about what you post. You don't want to be too personal. Do you have to post things every day? You don't have to.
Some people evidently believe that every time they get on the computer, they have to post something, and some of the things that are posted ought not to be posted.
Exactly. You have to be careful. I've heard people are fired because they talked about their job on the internet. I've heard that people gotten in trouble because they're talking to a certain individual from the opposite sex, and their girlfriend or their wife heard about it.
By way of the internet, by way of what,
so you have to be careful about what you post, because once it goes out there, it's out there, and there's no way of getting it back. So you have to be conscious. You have to explain that to your children, explain it to your spouses and everybody, that you just can't post everything about your family.
And everything that you want to say about anything else.
Exactly. I wouldn't even post the date of your birth. Or you can post the date of your birth. I wouldn't post the year, because they can take that name and that date of birth and year and the city you're in and say, I got enough on you that I can find out about
who you are.
So,
yeah, that's very good. And of course, Ms. Perry, let me thank you for coming during this last few seconds that we have, for coming by and giving us that excellent information in a real sense, an overview in reference to what is going on. And I'm sure that our audience appreciates that. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.